Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with the Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end, because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below, because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 261. This is our first lesson under the section, What is the Body? We are asked to read that section before we read the day's lesson, so let's do that now. The body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self from other parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence he thinks that he is safe from love. Identifying with his safety, he regards himself as what his safety is. How else could he be certain he remains within the body, keeping love outside? The body will not stay, yet this he sees as double safety. For the Son of God's impermanence is proof his fences work and do the task his mind assigns to them. For if his oneness still remained untouched, who could attack and who could be attacked? Who could be victor? Who could be his prey? Who could be victim? Who the murderer? And if he did not die, what proof is there that God's eternal Son can be destroyed? The body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear, where every dream is born. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful, must the body serve the purpose given it, but we can change the purpose that the body will obey by changing what we think it is for. The body is the means by which God's Son returns to sanity. Though it was made to fence him into hell without escape, yet has the goal of heaven been exchanged for the pursuit of hell. The Son of God extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. You will identify with what you think will make you safe. Whatever it may be, you will believe that it is one with you. Your safety lies in truth and not in lies. Love is your safety. Fear does not exist. Identify with love and you are safe. Identify with love and you are home. Identify with love and find yourself. Oh, I love this reading. The part that especially stands out to me is that we will identify with what we think will make us safe. If we identify with the ego and we believe that we have to put up all kinds of fences to keep this body safe, then that is who we will believe we are. If we identify with God and we trust that God's strength and God's power will keep us safe, then that is what will be true for us. Let's read lesson 261. God is my refuge and my security. As we have just read, if we identify with God, we are going to find that God is our refuge and our security. Who do you identify with, my friends? Do you identify with your body and believe that you need to put up fences to keep you safe? Or do you identify with God and trust that God is our refuge and God will keep us safe? Let's read the lesson. I will identify with what I think is refuge and security. I will behold myself where I perceive my strength and think I live within the citadel where I am safe and cannot be attacked. Let me today seek not security in danger, nor attempt to find my peace in murderous attack. I live in God. In him I find my refuge and my strength. In him is my identity. In him is everlasting peace, and only there will I remember who I really am. Let's talk about it. To continue on with what we just read in the section, What is the Body? Oh, those birds are noisy today. This lesson tells us that we are going to identify with what we think is our refuge and our strength. Where do you find your refuge, my friends? Do you find it inside your house with the doors all locked up tight, not letting any strangers in? Do you find that you have to armor up in order to go out into the world? Maybe you have to take a certain position in order to survive in the job that you do. Or sadder yet, maybe you feel that you have to do that in the family that you live in. If we believe that we have to put on our armor in order to make it out there in the world, then this is a clear sign that we are identifying with our body, and we believe that we have to do these things in order to be safe. On the other hand, if we find our refuge and our strength and our security in God, then we can let down all of these barriers. We can take off the armor. We can take off our dirty glasses. We can say our morning prayer, Dear God, please give me your mind to think, your ears to hear, your words to speak, your eyes to see, and your heart to love. And we can trust that we will be given that. That is where our real power lies. That is where our strength and our refuge is. That is our citadel. We don't need to live in a citadel with armored guards out there keeping out the bad guys. The bad guys only exist in our mind. Let's always remember that. This is especially important anytime that we are tempted to go into attack thoughts, or worse yet, attack behavior of any kind. Let's be very, very aware of our thinking, my friends. If I am thinking negative thoughts about you or about me, I'm criticizing you or me, I'm judging, I'm holding a resentment, these are attack thoughts. And this is like the blinking light on the dashboard of our car telling us to step out of the thinking of the ego and come back and think with the mind of God. There is no security and there is no peace in the thinking of the ego. Only in God do we find our refuge and our security. Only in God do we find our true identity as God's beautiful, beloved children and accept our oneness with God and all of creation. Only in God is everlasting peace. And only there do we remember the truth of who we really are. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll read today's prayer, then we'll discuss it, and I'll read it one more time at the end of today's lesson. Let me not seek for idols. I would come, my Father, home to you today. I choose to be as you created me, and find the Son whom you created as myself. Let's talk about it. We're never going to find the truth of who we are if we're idolizing these bodies, if we're idolizing the things of this world, such as if we think that perfect car, that perfect house, that perfect job, that perfect partner is going to bring us peace and happiness. All things of this world eventually fade away. Only God is eternal. And when we recognize that, we accept that we are also eternal. We are a piece of God. We have been here since the beginning of time, and we will continue throughout all eternity. This is our identity. This is the truth of who we are. We are not these bodies. Let's choose to accept the truth of who we are, my friends. Let's come home to God, and when we do this, we come home to our true selves. For our practice periods today, first thing in the morning, last thing, just before we go to sleep, we want to read or listen to today's lesson and then sit in a meditation for as long as we please. The longer we meditate, the more we thirst to spend this time with God, and the greater awareness that we have of who we truly are as God's beautiful, beloved children, the greater sense that we get of our connection with God and all of creation. So let's be diligent in our practice today. For our shorter practice periods, first on the hour, often in between, and especially when we're upset for any reason at all, we simply say today's idea, God is my refuge and my security. And then we take a minute or two, we close our eyes if possible, and we go inside and let this idea sink deep into our beings. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll read the prayer one more time to finish today's lesson. Let me not seek for idols. I would come, my Father, home to you today. I choose to be as you created me, and find the Son whom you created as myself. Amen. Amen. Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Share these videos with others. Encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat?
Lolita, what are you doing? Lolita. Lolita. Who ate my tape measure? Lolita. 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 Who ate my tape measure? Was that you? Huh? Are you a bad dog? Lolita, yes, I'm talking to you. Lolita. Lolita. Quit ignoring me. Lolita. Yes, you're in trouble. Big trouble. But you're lucky I love you. You're lucky I love you. Yes, you are. Yeah, back away. Back away from the tape measure. Quit pretending you didn't do it. You know you did it, and so do I. But I still love you. Yes, I do. I still love you.
God is my refuge and my security. Have a day of accepting your oneness with God and all of creation, and come home to your true self, my friends. I love you.